About that time, man.
What's going on? It's Pool Kind of Boxing and my co-host Steve O. What's happening,
What's
man?
up?
How you
What's up?
doing this? Man, you ready for
Oh,
these fights?
I'm ready, man. I'm ready. I mean, after that press conference, man.
Man, Hank, what's the name? Tank Davis be tripping, don't?
Oh yeah, man. I like that. Tank or Barrios like didn't fall for the stuff. They stayed, stayed true to themselves, and that just shows you don't need that dumb shit to sell fights.
Well, what's the guy name that was doing the moderation? What's his name? He was talking about.
Uh yeah, I know you're talking about.
He was talking about he was trying to boost it up, talking about what you think about Barrio saying he brush your head to the fat meat,
To the white meat.
to the white meat. Oh man, I was like, and Hank
Yeah,
was just laugh. I mean, not I keep calling my man Hank. Tank just was laughing and stuff and just cheesing.
yeah. Tank
I
like,
was
man,
like,
you know what that means.
yeah, so you can look at his confidence and you can tell that he feel like, he just gonna destroy this dude.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure that they even let him know that it's gonna be a good test. I mean, he actually when Tank won the last fight against De La Cruz, he fought right before Tank.
Oh, okay, all
So
right,
that was the fight. You remember I told you I was like I saw him before, and I just couldn't remember when. And everybody in that pre-fight when he fought De La Cruz, I think I might be saying his name, but everybody got a knockout. I mean, and they
hmm
were nice knockouts too. So I was like, okay, that's a nice little challenge. Still going by the Mayweather formula. Let me build you up without you even knowing I'm building you up.
right,
Just
right.
whoop your ass later.
But to my understanding, Tank Mayweather didn't want this fight. Ellaby didn't want this fight. Tank actually went in and asked Al Heyman for this fight. Isn't that
Oh,
crazy?
okay.
Yeah, he actually
That's
went in
good,
there.
man.
I know.
Yeah,
But,
yeah.
but it just
Because I
shows
mean,
you. Go ahead.
oh no, no,
Mhm.
no. Go ahead, go ahead.
It just shows you the maturity. The commitment that he has to boxing now.
That's good. I love it. I love it.
I mean, it just shows you
It's,
he's just thinking on another level. As far as
yeah, man.
his skills are progressing and his confidence, his build. I think he would take that Lomachenko fight now.
Yeah, yeah. Because he had to build his confidence up. I think he was like at the time, I think he was confident he could have served up Loma, but he, excuse me, he didn't know what they knew at the time. But
Right.
now I think he's been, more dedicated. And I was just talking about, you remember a little while ago when he started kind of like chirping about, hey, they're not giving me the fights I want. And they had to kind of spank him a little bit. And Tank started saying, hey, I'm gonna let my team lead me the right way, and not even spank him a little bit, but just let them know the game. Like, hey, we got to build you up the right way for you to be a pay-per-view star and not no fighting on the
Right.
app. And they proved to be right. So, out of all the stars, there's only like 3 pay-per-view stars in all of boxing, and Tank is one. I really feel like Tank, uh, Canelo, and Wilder are the only ones, and Errol. I'm sorry, Errol. Definitely got to add
hmm
Errol,
Yeah.
and Manny Pacquiao as always, but he's kind of like a too short boxer. He boxes when he feel like.
Hmm. Well, I think they
But
will wait.
it's
Go ahead. Go ahead.
oh no, no, you were
Well,
going where I was going.
I think they were waiting to see, that dedication side. I think they were waiting
Hmm.
to see that focus. That they were waiting for that. Hey, I want this. This is all I want. You know,
Yeah.
type attitude, and I'll do what I got to do to make weight because all those times he was missing weight, he had a lot of other stuff going on in his life, and he
Hmm.
hadn't he hadn't trimmed the fat yet. Because it takes these young
No.
boxers, a while. Because no boxing is you got to be dedicated to the sport. You can't have your
It's no
friends.
playing boxing. It's real
You
deal.
can't have your friends. Your life. coming into play, because when you get in the ring, nobody cares about that stuff. All they see is you winning and losing and how you perform, right? So
Correct.
to
Yep.
be able to operate on that superstar status, you got to focus and cut out all that extra stuff that's going on that distracting you from your
Mm-hmm.
full potential. And I think they were waiting to see, because Loma got that. Loma got that.
Yeah.
That pure concentration on his craft, and that's the only way you're gonna beat those kind of elite fighters. Because they're fully watching the opposition, watching for weaknesses.
Mm-hmm.
What they can take advantage of, knowing where they need to be in the ring. Um, just totally studying anybody they're fighting, and I don't think Tank was on that level. You know what I'm saying? And
No.
I think now he's getting there where he's getting more into the craft side of boxing, and
Yeah.
not just letting his talent, his pure athletic talent, uh, give him a pass, in the ring. So now he's like really in
Exactly.
there. So I'm watching the training sessions, and man, he is engaged. You know what I'm saying? Like
He
he
is
is
in
in
it,
there.
man. He's in there. He didn't look chubby before the fight. I mean,
Uh
you know
huh.
how when like normally when they first announce it, Tank be chubby, and you're like, oh man, he got to work it and sweat it off and get it off. Tank looked like he was already, even though he at 140 now, you know, he built that up from getting to 130 and doing good, man. I mean, I'm really proud of Tank, man. I mean, really, he really should get most improved just overall because he kind of just got into that boxing, and it's gonna be good to see where he can go from here.
Well,
You know,
man, his
sky's the
maturity,
limit.
man. I just watching his maturity level. He's different. He's
Yeah.
different than a year ago. He's different than 2 years ago. You don't see him hanging out with Adrian Bronner
Yeah,
as
get away
much.
from him, man.
Yeah, because he's a distraction. He try to
Yeah.
lead. Because you, boxing is kind of like it's kind of like going up to the Monk Mountains, and you gotta
Hmm.
focus. You know what I mean? You got to focus. You know what I'm saying? And you got to get your
Yeah.
mental together, and it's kind of like kung fu, my nigga. You just gotta,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
you know what I'm saying? And if you don't focus, somebody gonna whip your ass in the ring. It's just what's gonna happen
But
to you.
it's
Because
gonna
these other
happen
guys,
eventually.
well, the other guys are focused. Somebody's gonna come along
Hmm.
who's into their craft, and they doing what they need to do to get their skills and tools up and their conditioning, and you got to be focused on just that. Just slipping and everything and getting your muscle memory together. And I just think
Hmm.
he's there now. I think that's where his head's at. I think I just think he knows he's on another level now, and I think he feels
Hmm.
like he can compete with anybody, and that's dangerous for the 140 pounders right now. I think even
Yeah.
Josh Taylor, you know, um,
I think
they all been talking shit here. Mm,
they all notice. They all notice because they watching. And really, like him picking Barrios, who is really like dangerous. For me personally, as far as like the challenges everybody else is taking, I don't see nobody else taking that kind of leap, and not just in the in the part of Barrios is that great of a fighter, and Barrios is that dangerous. Barrios is that hungry, and Barrios knows that this could change his life
that's right.
if he were to go in there and take Tank out. And that's the beauty of it. That's why I never let people get away with, oh man, Charlo, let that dude get away. No, these guys are supposed to come in there and want to survive and not get knocked out. They're supposed to go in there and want to change their life. They're supposed to go in there and want to get that Andy Ruiz treatment because that's what boxing is made of. Tank don't supposed to just go in there and walk through that dude. That's not boxing. Boxing is you go in
Yeah,
there and you fight a dude from East Lake Meadows who ain't trying to hear that shit. You
right.
ain't
That's
finna
right.
knock me out. You know, Look at Holyfield. Holyfield from Jonesboro South. Man, if you know where that shit at, ain't no dude from Brooklyn finna fucking intimidate him. And the world found out.
Yep.
And
Hey,
you from the hood too, just like him.
yep. That's right. And
You from the
just
barrio.
And Barrios is, I'm telling you, man, he is coming. He's gonna press Tank, and he's gonna try to get him up out of there because he want him to work. I think the strategy is going to be to make him work because they don't believe in uh, Tank's conditioning. You know, they don't think
Mm-hmm.
he's going to be able to. They don't think he's a 12 round fighter, and they don't think his power
Mm-mm.
is going to carry to the 12th round. So I think they're going to press him hard, and they're going to try to gas him out. And
Yeah.
see, but the thing about that is, Tank he's gonna have to get by Tank's power. But we don't
E-
even know we don't even know
Exactly.
if he can take. I mean, if he can take Tank's power, we got ourselves an interesting fight. But
We ain't met that person yet.
yeah,
Ain't nobody get that.
but he's moving up though. You know, what I'm saying to
But
140. So go ahead. Uh-huh.
yeah, that's true. But if you remember when he fought Santa Cruz and his coach was like, "Hey, wait till the 7th round, then we're gonna get him." That motherfucker had a pillow by the 7th round. And the commentator said it too. They were like, "Shit, you gotta make it to the 7th." That shit sound good, and that damn when you
That's
watching that
right.
film and Mick eating them goddamn grapes. But you gotta go in there and do that shit versus Apollo. That shit hard, man. Cause
Yep.
that's why Tank laughing. Like Tank, like, yo, and that's how he's supposed to be. That's that championship mentality. Like in a lot of the comments, they was like, "Oh, Tank not that confident." People trying to sell themselves a dream, and I'm like, Tank is sitting there like, "Man, don't fuck this boy up."
Well, I'm just looking
I
at
love it.
not only his boxing or his training, but he's more willing to speak out. His confidence in speaking to the media.
Mm-hmm.
Before I thought something was wrong with him. I thought something was wrong with the boy. I was like, damn, you know. I said, is he like, you know what I'm saying? I was like, the
Oh
nigga,
man, leave
oh, oh, he used to mess up words, and I was like, man, what's
Hey
wrong with
man.
Tank, man? I said, man, he one of them cabbage babies, one of them, what did you call it, garbage pail kids, something. It, but I was like, what? He can't talk or what?
Nah,
But
man.
it takes time to get used to speaking in public. Public
Yeah,
speaking and
you got to go
stuff.
to classes, man. They probably had them in some classes and shit.
Yeah.
Some everybody ain't got that gift like that, and it ain't nothing wrong with going to classes and get shit better and work on your shit. Maybe you get some commercials or something. You know what I'm saying?
Well, he's getting more comfortable with speaking to the media and stuff, and I was just checking that out, and I was like, man, he has grown, 1,000% when it comes to just speaking in public and
Oh
saying what
yeah,
he want to
true.
say, and I was like, wow, this young man is, he's really growing, man. I mean, you can just see it,
Right
and it's
before your
exciting.
eyes, man.
I know, man, because he was so young when he started. I mean,
Yeah,
did you listen to
and
that?
he was with the wrong element, man.
Yeah, well, DC,
Let's
man,
keep it real, man. Now,
DC,
Baltimore.
Baltimore. I mean, I always think
Yeah,
of Baltimore as DC.
yeah.
For some reason, it's all 'cause I watch The
Yeah.
Wire and stuff. So
Oh yeah, hell yeah. So yeah, just think of the wire. That's what Tank from.
right, exactly.
Real shit. Like yeah.
So yeah,
But
what I mean. So you already know them. Some of them boys ain't never left the stoop.
man, and they ain't never
From around their
going to.
crib. Right.
Yeah,
They don't know
yeah.
nothing about the world. All they know about is the streets and stuff like that. So, to see him starting to branch out, man, this is interesting to watch somebody, start, just grow and, just become a man, really.
Yeah, man. I wish him nothing but the best, man. I hope he keep growing. Cause I know at one time, when he wasn't making weight and Mayweather was like, you could tell Mayweather was frustrated with him. And
Yeah.
hell, I was frustrated too. I'm like, yo, man, the worst thing is wasted talent, man. Wasted talent. And he could be on at least on the Mount Rushmore of his weight class. but he's the closest thing that we got to Mike Tyson. And that's no disrespect to Deontay Wilder, but Deontay Wilder tall. Mike was short. Mike was a little bitty more than that coming in there, making them big boys fall.
Speaking of that, you know these fools that made they done made a statue over there in the UK to celebrate Wilder. They got a statue of him getting knocked down by Tyson Fury. And I mean, they got like a full statue of him laying on the ground, and they got another statue of him falling and Tyson Fury hitting him. So it's
I just saw something on that. It's so funny, but shit, I'm sure Hitler had a statue too, and a lot of other motherfuckers that didn't deserve it. But it's all good. Like I said, Rocky got a statue before Joe Frazier, so
Right. But I mean, but what gets me is like they so happy to I mean, for them to say, okay, one hand they saying like, wow, there's nothing, Wilder don't have no skill, but yet they celebrating like they just slayed a titan. You know what I'm saying? Like he is
if he's no one, the man. Like, why is it such a big victory if he's no one? It's like
it's like they want credit. They want credit without giving him credit. You know what I'm saying? So like they want to.
If you beat nobody, then why are you so happy about it?
Right.
He didn't have no skill. Why are you so happy about it? Like I said another time, that's supposed to happen in the first fight.
Right.
Since they so unevenly matched with skills, like why did it take 2 fights for you to figure out how to fight someone who only got a right hand?
Well, smoke this over.
His ass up.
Well, smoke this over. Wilder is so is such a star. Is that they're celebrating his loss rather than Tyson's victory, Tyson Fury victory. You know what I'm saying? They don't care because when Tyson Fury fought, Otto and all these other guys, he got no support.
Man,
he got no support. It was like they had to give away
over there. You feel me? I'm just keeping it real. And it took for him to come over America, slay the big black dude, and then they got them pull him in and accept him. But Tyson know them folk don't give a fuck about him, just like they don't give a fuck about Wilder here. Wilder probably he might got a statue in Tuscaloosa, but he won't get no statue nowhere else.
Well, I do believe that it's part of him being American too. I think it's part of him being American because Anthony Joshua is a black heavyweight. You see what I'm saying? But he's British, so I do think it's the American British thing, rival countries type thing. But I do believe they know he cheated, though. I do believe they know that, but I think they don't care. Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep it real, man. They just doing that shit because he whooped the big black man's ass, and they don't give a fuck about what country he came from. It's just a cherry on top that he's from America, and we all know that they folks don't do nothing when it comes down to fighting American heavyweight. You saw Frank Bruno got his ass.
Well, my reasons for saying that is because AJ got whipped by Andy Ruiz, right? He got whipped in the worst way. That boy looked like he was about to go into a mental asylum after he got clocked. I mean, that boy looked like he got clocked. He looked like a wobbly weebly.
And he quit.
Right. I mean, he quit looking.
I'm gonna just say this: the story of those fights should have been Wilder. Let's just say, forget all the glove shit. Let's just forget all of that. Let's say here's this man who would not lay down and give up his belt. When I'm watching this fight, I said, "Yo, I got respect." This is me watching the fight. I'm like, "Yo, Tyson could kill him," and he's not. So I was like, "Damn, that's cool." I'm happy he's not trying to really fuck him up like he could. This is me doing the fight before hearing all this other stuff and seeing all this other stuff. But I said, "Yo, that country boy will not fall. He will not fall. You're gonna have to kill him." Well, it's an unwritten rule in boxing. Hey, we give somebody cojones for that, and we snatch them away when they quit on that stool. AJ, on the other hand, was getting his ass whipped like he was on Christmas Story, and he spit out his mouthpiece and looked to the train and said, "Fuck it." That's what the story of those two fights for me is. It's a lot of other stuff going on, but I saw one dude that was like, "Fuck it, you gonna have to kill me to take this belt," and I saw one dude that looked over and spit his mouthpiece out, and that can never be
Mm-hmm.
forgotten for me. I would never put you up to where Wilder's at, because Wilder's like, "You gonna have to kill me."
Well, they
That's like
know.
saying,
They know. Well, the interesting thing is they know AJ is afraid of Wilder. They know he has some kind of mental blocks when it comes to Wilder because he won't let Wilder come to none of his fights. You know
he
what I'm
won't
saying? I
even
mean, he
step in
said
the
he lost.
ring with them.
Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Right,
that's what I'm saying. He won't
and
even
they
step in the
are
paint
right
with him.
now. Yeah, right now they are starting to build up the whole mandatory bullshit. You know, when Tyson Fury was open, he was ready to go. You know, now
Oh, he had the papers
now that
signed and everything.
right now that Wilder's he don't know what's gonna they don't know what's gonna happen. They're already getting their excuses ready. You know about mandatories. They're
Mm-hmm.
starting to dial up Dillian White. You know he's starting to speak out because he's their little
Yeah,
buffer to
he's
go
the
between
yeah.
to stay between him and AJ to keep AJ safe. And AJ is like a little girl, selling out behind, like a little sucker selling out behind his mama, why they, breaking them up while they fighting and some kind, like wild as that dude want to kick their ass and he behind his mama talking shit. Oh
Yeah,
nigga,
he
I'll
talking
beat
loud
your
so that
ass, nigga.
yeah, you know how you talk loud so the teacher can hear you.
Mhm.
Like motherfucker,
So,
no, let's whisper, nigga.
cause AJ, he was telling some Wilder is not an elite fighter. He was saying in the
All that
news.
shit.
And he said his power was overrated. I was like, man, really? It's like, how
Man,
can you be the one to say something like that?
like man, that motherfucker
You
knocked
got
you down 4 times.
right, and he wasn't even uh, in the top 10 of heavyweights, right?
No, no,
He
at
wasn't
all.
even he wasn't even in the Andy Ruiz. I mean, wasn't even in the top 10, and he knocked you down like 4 times. And they got the nerve. He got the nerve to come out here and say something about somebody who fought um, um, Luis Ortiz twice.
Twice,
So
and none of you fuckers even fought him once. You won't even look. You won't even
no,
acknowledge that motherfucker. He's like Luis Ortiz is like racism. They act like that shit don't even exist.
so the
They like
so the
who? I never
so the
heard of him.
perpetrating in boxing is getting out of hand, bro. You know what I'm saying? The
It is. It
perpetrating is
is.
it's getting out of hand, man. These guys, they have no shame. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to fronting and stuff out here, and just faking the funk. And they
It's
starting to say
crazy.
it. Wilder's starting to say it. He said these guys ain't real. You know,
No,
they
man, they ain't real, man.
all right. They're starting to, they're looking at Teofimo Lopez and look how many times they done set the fight back, and I don't think that's because he's scared, but they
It ain't
saying
selling.
it ain't selling.
It
You
ain't
know,
selling. He's
but
not
he
a pay
won't.
per view star because he wasn't built up right. Top
Right.
rank.
But see, if he would have fought Devin Haney like he was supposed to, see, instead of being scared of losing what he got, see, you got to put it on the line. That's the thing. If you didn't get built up, you got to put it on the line
You got to
because he
put it
didn't
out there, man.
because he didn't build himself up the right way.
At all.
He got the fast track. He's a big 135 pounder, and
Yeah,
that
fighting little
shrinks it
guys.
down. He's one right coming down. You know what I'm saying? So he's got all that brash and all that selling out he
And
does. He's got
bravado,
to put
that's good,
you know
but you got to do
yeah.
something
But
with
what
it.
I'm
You
saying
can't
is
just.
he's got to fight Devin Haney. He's got to fight his rival. See, and that's what we're seeing in boxing today is a lot of fighters talking a lot of shit, but they're not
Yeah, man. It's like breaking up a little bit, but
now here we go StreamYard again.
there we go. Yeah,
Hello?
it came back in. Yeah, can you hear me?
Look at So look at Terrence Crawford, man. He about to re-sign with Top Rank.
What? No, man. Nah, you lying, man. Ain't no way.
What
This
they
shit gotta be
saying?
fake
They
news,
saying he's about to because he was talking about they
man.
were talking about Bomac was talking about them fighting Josh Taylor, and the only way he can fight Josh Taylor if they get an extension or if he resigns, right?
Mm,
So
hey, man.
if Terrence Crawford resigns with Top Rank, man, he'll be a fool.
Man, man. I mean, it's his decision, but I don't want to hear about no. If you were a dude named Pistol Whipping Ike and you get your ass whooped, then hey, man. Shout out to
Right?
Tina Turner. I'm just keeping it real. Like, yo, you know what this person gonna do to you. Like, it's crazy, man. Oh, Southern T, what's going on? But yeah, man, I just don't, I just can't get it, man. I hope that's fake news.
Yeah, me too, man. Because
Uh-uh.
he's an excellent fighter, but
It's like he's scared to jump
he's an
off the
excellent
ledge,
fighter.
man.
Uh,
I mean, I don't know what they did to him over
no,
there. Like he must
if
have had a
if
bad
you
meeting
go
with.
from if you if you go from nothing, if you go from nothing, I made rich, I see, where it's kind of hard, not to stick with. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You don't put your family, what we saying, your family not eating, your babies, are eating good.
Man, I don't know.
Uh,
I hope not, man. I mean, I
I'm
don't
just saying,
know, man.
I'm just trying to put it, know, Top Rank. Terrence, like I said, I wish the best. You know what I'm saying? Um, going on. I like driving here. That's why I'm driving. Oh, there you go. You got a good program over there. I'm trying to goddamn maneuver so I can stop and talk.
Oh, okay.
Can you hear me, Steve?
Yeah, man. Shit.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you good now.
Okay.
Yeah, I
Yeah, we got
got you.
Southern T Boxing in the house. Hey, make sure you subscribe to
What's up,
Southern T
Southern T?
Boxing, man.
Okay, I think I already have. I
Uh-huh.
think I may have, but I double check though.
Yeah, so
I mean,
uh
but man, what is he? What is Bob Arum doing to keep these folks here, man? When they obviously not getting the fights they want, they not getting the money they want. Like, so it's like, what is he doing? I
well, I
mean,
mean
I
he getting them
just don't get
early.
it.
I think he's just getting them early, he's giving them more money than they ever seen, just like that the whole Don King thing, where he used to
Yeah,
give him that contract, that blank contract, give him $100,000. You
not the
know what I'm
blank
saying?
contract.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Give him that blank contract and And
I feel the rest out.
it
Don't
is
worry
what it
about
is.
it.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. I got you. You know I'm looking out for you. You know, but I think that's what it is though. And you know, Terrence, you know, he's loyal.
Yeah,
Some people are loyal like that.
but after what he said about him, oh, I could have bought 3 Ferraris. I was like, that was the most disrespectful shit I've seen, man. Like, you don't disrespect your best fighter. That's the best one he got. It's
Yep,
bad
that's true.
enough that they moved him to the side when Tyson Fury came on. And I'm watching a fight on ESPN that don't have neither one of these guys on it. But yet I saw 3 Tyson Fury commercials to maybe one with half of Terrence Crawford on it. This is their own network.
Yep.
Come on, man. Like, this ABC. We talking about, oh, this ESPN. This is Disney. This is Fox. Terrence Crawford is supposed to be a household name off that alone.
Yep.
Lord knows how many whack stacks I've heard about LeBron James because it's in Disney and ESPN's interest. Oh, LeBron James scored 3 points with an untied shoe. What? But y'all can't tell me about Bud Crawford, the illest motherfucker in Nebraska. But
Oh.
man, it's crazy, man. I'm sorry, I get passionate about this shit because my brother supposed to be in a better position, man. He just do.
Yeah, you heard me.
What you say, player?
Hold on, let me put. I said Southern T said he needs to go. He needs to just leave for one fight and go back, and if he wants to be loyal.
I feel him exactly. Do like Canelo, like, hey, I'm a freelance, but I'll give y'all first bid or something.
Yeah.
But just don't let these folk do you like that, man. Like, your whole family saw them folk diss you. The whole world heard them folk diss you. Never once have I heard
Yeah,
Terry
man.
Crawford come on there like, yo, man, I put the been got that fight. The most he did was look over at him like, why ain't I getting the fights in front of the world?
Well, the
It,
sad thing
it
is,
just,
he's dealing with an old Bob Arum who just don't care right now. You know, he knows he's got the power. You know, he done been through a lot with fighters. So, you know, Terrence Crawford is, you know, he's coming at the tail end where, you know, he's done been through it with Floyd Mayweather. He done been through it with Cotto. He done been through it with Mikey Garcia. So, you know, he gonna say what he want to say. He don't care. He gonna bite his tongue. And if that make Terrence Crawford look bad, and that's just what it is, you know. You
I
know,
mean,
Bob
man,
just
but
letting it be
even if you,
known.
I mean, at the least I'd have
Mm.
went and visited Eddie Hearn. I'd have pulled up.
Well,
They
you
like, oh,
know,
you having lunch with Eddie Hearn?
well, I think he went to Dubai maybe a few weeks ago, a month ago, or something like that. Terrence Crawford went to Dubai. He might have been
Uh-huh.
talking to Eddie Hearn over there about something. So we don't know what he's doing, but I just don't believe Bo Mack is the best manager for him. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely,
I
because
think
he
he
got his
needs
hands
somebody
in both pockets.
right. Because you know when Terrence
I mean,
Crawford gone, he's still probably gonna be working with Bob Arum. You know what I'm saying? Because he got other
exactly.
fighters he got other fighters and stuff. And Terrence at the end of his career, and
Man, I
you
thought he
know
would have
it's
switched. You know who I thought would have been he would have been a good fit with? It'd have been odd, but Lou DiBella though.
uh yeah, Lou DiBella didn't Wild just got rid of him, right? For trying to cut side deal, right?
I'm sure. I'm sure. All of them, man.
Yeah,
They just crooked body.
he just got rid of DiBella for trying to cut that side deal. And you know, you don't want nobody. I mean, I guess they all crooked, but he could do
Yeah,
his own
they
thing.
crooked as
You
fuck.
know,
I'm gonna tell
right?
you the
He could
game I
do his
like.
own thing.
I'm gonna tell you that, and it's something I remember from a while ago. This how far back I be listening to this crazy shit. Bernard Hopkins was doing the commentary for the Hakeem
Hmm.
Rodman fight, right? And he said Hakeem
Hmm.
Rodman's stupid. He signed with Don King for a 7 fight deal or whatever. He said I signed with HBO for a 7 fight deal. So if I lose my belt, HBO still gonna make sure I fight because I got to deal with them to fight. He said, when I lose this
Right.
belt signed to Don King, I'm nothing to him. He gonna get me to fight whenever he feel like it. Next thing you know,
Yeah.
Rodman caught a 2-piece from Lennox Lewis and lost the belt. And Bernard
Yeah.
Hopkins ended up being exactly right. No, like, forget these folk, man. Sign what you need to sign for yourself. There's no way Terrence Crawford, where he's at right now, supposed to be fighting. Who he's supposed to fight? Who name they bouncing out the wall?
Jose Zapita. Jose Zapita.
Man, like, man, that's some
I
bullshit.
know, man.
Man, that's real bullshit right there. But
Well, you
see,
know,
this
I
this
understand it.
boxing, we
Mhm.
oh, I'm sorry. I'm just saying the crazy stuff of boxing is they can fight these folks all day. But if we gonna call out Terrence, we gonna call out Jamal Charlo, we gotta call out Canelo. I don't want to hear Teddy Atlas screaming talking about Charlo need to fight somebody, and but you like, oh Canelo with the body shot. It's spitting all over the fucking phone, telling me about how great this dude is. He fighting like, yo, let's say
But see,
everybody, if you fight trash,
but
say
see,
it's
the
trash.
thing is, the thing is, you know, and you preaching to the choir. Trust me, you're preaching to the choir. But see, Canelo got that deal. He set. You see what I'm saying? You know,
Mm-hmm.
you get 30, 40, whatever it is, 20 million a fight. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to fight nobody, bro. You know what I'm saying? And
But but
that's how boxing is changing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're getting set up with these network deals, and it's allowing them to do what they want to do. And
but you
it's
feel what I'm
ugly.
saying?
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
No,
definitely, definitely.
about the what Bernard Hopkins said. Canelo left De La Hoya and signed with the Zone. They're
Yeah,
gonna make sure his ass is fighting, no matter if he's fighting a bomb. I don't
right.
care if they
That's
fighting
what I'm
big
saying.
guys.
That's
Fight
right. That's what
bombs.
I'm
But
saying.
you need to
Hmm.
be fighting.
Right,
You can't wait no
right.
7, 8 months between fights. You
But
just
see,
really can't.
they're not. See, they're not holding Canelo to traditional boxing. Um, you know, rules. You know, the way we look at boxing. You know, Canelo get to
Mm-hmm.
do what he want to do, and he hasn't had the kind of competition, you know, that would just bonify him as what they say he is. Right? He's supposed to be this
Mm-hmm.
mega great fighter, but see, he hasn't really fought his rivals. He went around his rivals. See, and they want to skip that part. They want to erase. They want to, you know, they want to put some white
Oh
out
yeah.
on that
Act like
part
it
of his,
never
you
happened.
know, saying because right, like he didn't duck Demetrius Andrade, like he didn't duck
Mm-hmm.
both Jamel and Jamal Charlo. See, he didn't fight none of those dudes because it was dangerous fights. Then this was before he had that zone deal. So this when he was back at
Mm-hmm.
154 and 160 moving up. So it shows you what kind of fighter he is. That's why, you know, I really can't see Canelo the way other people see Canelo. I mean, I see him, you know, I see the bobbing and weaving he's doing now, and everybody's like, "Oh God, we've never seen that. It's such a high level." It's like, bro, every black
Yeah.
fighter does that shit. You
Like
know what I'm
he's
saying?
a
It's
big
like
fish
the
in a small pond. Like
right. You know, anything
you've
he
been going
does,
to
it, well, you know what's funny? It's like anytime a non-black fighter does black fighter moves, it's like it's
oh
amazing. Like
man.
Lomachenko, and anytime they start fighting like black people, then it's wonderful. You know, they can box to a
Mm-hmm.
decision, and
Oh man, you remember
they
they
can
made Tyson Fury Ali when he put on them damn red, white, and blue trunk. They was like, oh, we wish we was all crackhead. Oh, sorry, my bad.
but
Oh, we wish.
anytime
Okay, whatever.
anytime
But that's all you got to
anytime
do
they
though. I mean, for real, like if Canelo ever fall off, he just show up to the press conference like Tyson Fury with the little suit with no damn shirt on, like he Butch Lewis, and they gonna eat it up. But let us do it, and they're like, "Oh my God, Adrian Bronner is just a clown
yeah.
show."
Yeah, so
What? He
so
kept
so
selling.
people act like they don't see it. They act like it don't exist. You know what I'm saying? That's the biggest gaslighting of the whole thing. You know what I'm saying? They keep acting like They're not trying to downplay black fighters. So no matter what my man Wilder does, is bad. Whatever Fury does is
Mm-hmm.
great. And so they're talking about Wilder's attitude. They're talking about. I was like, look at Fury. He's a big clown, man. He's got the biggest mouth in boxing. You know what I'm saying?
He's a total
He
clown, but
brags.
he perfect for selling a fight. He
Hmm.
perfect for selling a fight. That's why Conor McGregor deserved every penny Mayweather gave him. He know Conor gonna sell that fight at a basketball game, at a football game, at the bar. Conor gonna sell that fight anywhere, and that's the other half of it. You know what I'm saying? Conor,
Hmm.
Tyson Fury, all of them took a page from what Adrian Bronner does daily. That's all Adrian Bronner is doing. But
Right, right. But,
being
but
that,
when
you
he
know, he
does it,
got that stigma,
he's this and that. Right.
you know what I'm saying? Because no, they're not
Hmm.
gonna say the right thing. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
Right.
not gonna say we're gonna smash you to bits. I'm like, what the man? That shit ain't tough. But that's tough talk for
Yeah.
them. But because you say it with an accent, they like it. You know, like I wish.
You
Okay,
sound like a
somebody out
robot
there.
right now.
Oh damn!
Get.
Do I sound? Can you hear me now? Hello, can you hear me?
Let's see. Stream me out. Yeah. So yeah, this thing be going in and out, man.
Yeah, I can hear
Can
you
you hear me?
now. I
See,
couldn't hear you at all. Yeah, I can hear you now.
you can't. Yeah, it just went out for a second. I had to go back in.
Oh, okay. Me too. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. See, when you talk about the wrong shit, they be like, "Big."
They click. They knock you off the air. That's Bob Aaron boys.
Yeah, yeah, that Forrest Gump shit. That's all I had to say about that. Yeah.
So Loma, so Loma's fighting this weekend too. You think
Yeah.
you're gonna pull it out? You going for him, or you going
Man,
for Nakatomi?
I'm going for Nakatomi just for the hell of it, man. Just like they going against Wilder just for the hell of it, I'm gonna go with Nakatomi. Nah, I'm just down for a good fight though. Really, may the best man win. You know, I don't have no dog in this fight. I just want to see like whoever win. I want to hear them like call out Teofimo.
Well,
I just want to
yeah,
hear it, man.
I want
Somebody
to see
get
that. I want to see that rematch. You know what I'm saying, between
yeah,
Teofimo Lopez and Teofimo Lopez and Loma. I want to see that rematch
no,
so bad
yeah,
because I think that Lopez kind of escaped the last fight. I think Loma finally found what he needed to do, made the adjustment late,
man.
and didn't have enough time to turn the corner on the
Loma
victory.
was hitting him with some hellacious shots. I'm like, yo, if you'd have did this earlier, what would the score be right now, man?
But you could see, people saying Loma wasn't throwing, and he wasn't, but
No, not in the first
he
four.
was studying, he was studying, he was trying to make the adjustments that he needed to make to get on the inside.
And
And
shit, he must have got
Teofimo Lopez,
dial up.
he's so he's so quick, man. Teofimo Lopez is fast. He's got skills and stuff. He's speed. He's athletic and everything, man. I mean, but it just took a while for Loma to make the adjustment, man, because that dude got some heat on him. He got some power, and he didn't want to
Yeah,
run into some of that power. And he did. I mean, I think he did the right thing, but I just think the adjustment came a little too late for him,
he came
and I
late,
think that's
man.
why. And that's why Teofimo Lopez don't want to give him that rematch because he see how smart. Once you've been in the ring with somebody and you know how smart that motherfucker is, and you know that motherfucker catch on to
Yeah, you don't
everything.
want to.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't want that, man, because you know that dude's smart enough to make the adjustments. You know what I'm saying? You could see Loma studying, what he needed to do because he was missing. He was that right hand, and he didn't want to get hit by that right hand, so he had to
Mm-mm.
figure out a way to dodge it. You know what I'm saying, to get in there. So it just took a while for him to see what he had to do to get in there. So I think Teofimo Lopez knows, like, damn, this dude here, he on another level. Just like Bernard Hopkins and Roy Jones Jr. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
Bernard Hopkins, but when he lost that fight, he knew what he had to do to beat Roy
Yeah, to
Jones
beat him.
Jr. After
And
he
Roy
fought.
said, "Hell no."
Yeah, he knew what he do. Roy seen how smart Bernard Hopkins was. You
hmm
know what I'm saying? How astute he was
Oh
in the
yeah,
ring. So he
because
knew
if you
that
watch
was a
that fight,
dude
you'd have
that
been like, most would have been like, "Oh, that fight boring," and I'm like, "No, they playing chess in that mode because they know how
that's right.
valuable them one shot is. Like, hey, no, you got to hit them good when
Yeah.
you
So
get them.
when you fight somebody, that's studying you, and they can nullify what you're doing. You don't want to try to face that person if you're trying to build your profile and everything. And I think
hmm
that's what happened with Tiafimo. He know if he fight.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Can you hear me, Steve? Can you hear me?
Yeah, hello.
Yeah, yeah. His thing. I think the internet's kind of bad where I'm at.
Oh, okay, it's
But
cool. It kind of
but
went out a little bit.
hmm so we
But
be
yeah, you
like
was talking
in.
about
Yeah, Teofimo Lopez.
yeah.
So if he get by, I mean, I don't know. Man, we don't even know if he's gonna get by this kid, Cambosos. I don't,
But I
I
heard the
mean, I
fight
don't.
got canceled.
You know what?
I heard
It
they canceled the
sure
August date.
did. It sure
Yeah.
did. Wow, that's because that Thriller, man. They looking at them numbers, bro. They looking at them numbers. So now this put Teofimo in a precarious position because now he got to revisit Devin Haney. You hear what I'm saying?
Hey man, yeah, they having a weigh in with Tank and Barrios. Barrios got his belt. Tank that leaned over and rubbed his belt. They
Mm-mm.
cracking me up. But go ahead, man. I'm trying to see what the weights is, but it Tank crazy for that.
Oh, Tank gonna make weight. He can't, he gonna make weight. That's why he happy. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
If he
yeah.
wasn't on weight, he'd be, you'll see that look of concern like before. He didn't look happy because he didn't know if he was gonna make weight. But
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, man, I'm just like, if that fight got canceled, that means he's gonna have to see Devin Haney. He's gonna have to
Yeah, they said
see about that.
the word
Mm-hmm.
is he might have to fight on the undercard for what's your boy De La Hoya on September 11th. So you went from a pay-per-view main event to the damn mid card. Wow.
But it's sad. It'll be sad if they find some no-name cat to throw in there just so he can have a fight, and then, but I know if I know Bob, he gonna make sure that Lomachenko fight happens.
Yeah, because he got to
You
get
know,
some more, put some more shine on him.
well, I think he want Loma to beat Teofimo Lopez. I think he want
Yeah, I
Loma to
think
beat
so
him,
too.
man, because
Yeah, then he
he
gonna
highly
bury
disrespectful.
Lopez
Mm-hmm. He highly
because
disrespectful, man.
like you said, that Michael Corleone, he gonna pay him back for that. He gonna get him.
And then the reports of him getting knocked out in sparring and shit like that, man. That's it's
And then he wanna
what's
he
that?
rather have the messed up
Mm-hmm.
part about it. He'd rather have a European champion that don't barely speak no English than a brash fucking Puerto Rican.
Yep. Well,
That just because
that's
he
what
can't
he
control them. This
thinks.
motherfucker.
Well, from a promotional standpoint, he think that's what sells. So
Mm-hmm. And that's
he
what he
thinks that
wants.
he already said that black fighters don't sell. So you see, that nigga come from that 1926 mindset. He still think Joe Louis is the heavyweight world champion of the world and shit like that. So he still got that old
Oh,
fashioned mindset.
Tank weighed in at 139 and 3/4.
Mm-hmm. And see that's good. That's good because he don't have to try to, cut all that weight down to make 130.
And now he can
So that's
goddamn go blow up. He gonna come in there be about 147. Bam! Oh, shit, man, what's wrong with you? Feel like, man, what's wrong with you, man? Fucking hit me like this. Let me see what Barrios
well,
weighed at, man. That
well,
rehydration
was
is the mug,
Saturday.
man.
Well, I gotta get my Showtime up. I gotta go ahead and subscribe. Is it on pay-per-view or what is it? Showtime pay-per-view or is it on regular
It's on
Showtime?
it's pay-per-view. It's pay-per-view.
You
But I got you. I got you.
well, it's breaking up.
Oh no, it's on Showtime pay-per-view.
It's on Showtime pay-per-view. So I wonder how
Yeah.
much it is. I mean, it don't matter, but I'm gonna get it. Um,
I think it's like 100.
you know what I'm saying?
Well, not
I ain't
100.
gonna
I forgot
live
how much it
stream. Did you see? Did you check into how much it cost?
was. Pulling it up now.
Well, don't worry about it. It don't matter because I'm gonna get it anyway. You know, I support all the black fighters.
Oh
I buy
yeah.
all the streams. But so you think it's gonna be a KO, or do you think it's gonna go to the full 12?
I think it's gonna be a KO to the body. I don't know, man. I like them little gut shot a knockout. They be just as devastating, man.
All right, well, give me
I
a
don't know,
round.
but
Give me a round. What round?
oh man, let me see here, man. I'm finna channel this shit. 10.
Mm-hmm.
I'll
Yeah, I
give him a
think it's gonna take.
late stopper. Tanking 10.
Yeah,
If it goes that long.
yeah, I think it's gonna take him a minute to figure out, to have to break him down and
Hmm
stuff. You know,
I think,
well,
head movement is the key. He gotta make sure he gotta make sure he ain't touching them up early with that jab. You
yep.
know what I'm saying? And every
Well,
time he
I think,
stick that jab out there, take one in real.
man, Tank is sharp, man. Tank is sharp. He's a sharp shooter, man. He's accurate as hell.
Hmm
He's elusive. People don't give him enough credit for how elusive he
Yeah.
is in the ring, and I don't think this boy really gonna be able to touch him. Tell you the truth,
Got
he
high
don't have the
IQ.
speed. He don't have the speed like that to be able to deal with Tank's physical abilities, and um,
Yeah.
I see I see Tank just going in there mollywopping them. You know what I'm saying? Pot
But
shotting them maybe.
Barrios is Barrios a PBC fighter?
Uh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know. I
Hmm.
never heard of him before this fight. Like you said, I've seen him fight on undercards and stuff. I never really paid attention to him like that.
hmm
Um,
Oh yeah, he a
now his
PBC
name.
fighter.
Okay. So
Well, that's
now his
good.
name
That's a
couldn't.
good step up for them then.
Yeah.
They build him up pretty good after that. If he go
Yeah.
ahead and do a good show, he really do good. Well, that's good. That's good. I mean, I
Yeah.
think
I want to.
Barrios gonna come in here. He gonna throw some punches, man. He gonna at least attempt to try to do something. That's all that matters to me.
Well, I
Coming
think
out
I
trying to
think he
hug
I,
him.
I think he gonna do pretty good for like the maybe first, maybe 4 rounds. He's gonna give Tank some problems, and just like Leo Santa Cruz did until Tank start figuring out what's effective, what's working, and get him up out of there. And I'm gonna say about maybe round six,
You think
maybe
gonna go
round
sit?
seven. Yeah, maybe around 6, maybe 7. I think I give it that. I think Tank hit too hard. I think his
Yeah.
speed, explosiveness is just on another level. I don't think this guy ever seen nothing like that. And I don't know what kind of adjustment abilities he has, but he's gonna have something. The only thing that's gonna save him is if he able to take Tank power, and that's gonna probably keep him in there to like maybe round 10, and I think he get knocked out.
Yeah.
But that's if he can
I
take
think he gonna.
Tank's power.
I think he gonna catch Tank with a good one, and he gonna unleash the fucking dragon.
Tank gonna
Fucking gonna
get that little
unleash.
Baltimore. He gonna get that little
Ooh,
Baltimore. Get that
yo,
little Baltimore angry gangster look.
man, anger manage. Hell yeah, what? Like, what? You trying to embarrass me on TV? It's over.
Um, nigga gonna have to power up on his ass. You know what
I'm
I'm saying?
telling
ten
you, boy.
thousand.
Tank gonna eat a mushroom on his ass. It'll be over. Like, yo, man, this dude is angry. What's wrong with him?
Mm-mm.
And I think Tank. Did you see the 24/7 on Showtime?
No, I watched a little bit of it, man, but I've been so dang busy, man. I ain't been able to catch it. Well, I think I've seen a little bit about his
Yeah,
trainer and stuff like that. They're showing him
yeah,
what Mayweather said and all this kind of stuff. So they keep
yeah.
his mind, they keep his mindset, into boxing.
Mm-hmm.
They try to keep his environment about boxing, and
Yeah,
hopefully,
man. You
he
gotta
can
get that.
he can stay in that.
Yeah,
But
hopefully he can keep it going.
so well when after the fight we'll do a post fight reaction to how the fight went. I don't know who's on the undercards exactly right now. We'll
Rosario.
talk about the. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh,
That's
it's gonna
right.
be lit.
Shit.
Yes, sir. That's the
I forgot.
co-main right
That's
there.
right. That's right. I forgot all about
Ooh,
that.
it's going
Rosario.
down.
Mm. Man, Erickson
It's going
Lubin
down,
been
man.
Erickson Lubin. I got the interview on my channel, and he sound good, but his I don't know, man. This is a 50-50 fight with Erickson Lubin and Rosario. But man, I could see Eric getting clipped, man.
Hey,
He
man,
should
it's
win the
gonna be
fight.
good.
He the better boxer. He's definitely the
But
better boxer.
man, after that ass whooping Rosario put on her, man, not her, but J Rock
Right.
in his own hometown, man. I got. Hey, man, I was like, yo, man, this is your grandma backyard right here, man. What's up? What?
mm, mm.
Hey, man, you
Man,
can't get your ass whooped in
Hey,
your grandma backyard.
Rosario is like a goddamn. He's like the damn Incredible Hulk, man. He just coming in there swinging. You know what I'm saying? He don't even
Oh
be
yeah,
trying to save no energy, man. You know what I'm
he
saying?
ain't trying to say shit.
He just coming there to knock your ass out and get you up out of there, man. It's like, cause he
Yeah,
don't care. I was
you don't
so
care,
surprised.
man.
And then when you could see when his blows land, you could tell them things got force. It's got force
Yeah.
on them.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I mean, when he was hitting Jamel, man, I was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he was just
Yeah.
like, I mean, that you could tell even with a glancing blow, you was like, shit. This boy can
Yeah.
hit. You know, and he withstood that pressure. That's why I think Jamel is a special fighter, man. His punch resistance is ridiculous. But
Yeah, man. That might be a hard head, boy.
Is Erickson Lubin gonna be able to take that, man? You know what I'm saying?
Is he?
Um,
Yeah.
is he gonna be able to take that kind of pressure and that type of power? And he coming because he always moving forward and he's always in your face.
Yeah, he been pressure, man. He bringing that pressure. I
So
mean,
we
and they
got
wear you
we got
down at about 5.
so Eric got power too. Now don't get me wrong, but is he
Oh
gonna
yeah.
be able to keep Rosario off of him, man? That's gonna be interesting to watch.
Yeah. Can you give as good as you get? We
Yeah, and
will
he can.
see.
Like, as long as he don't do that little dip shit that he did with Jamel, he might be all right. That little
Oh
dip to
yeah, because
the
he went.
that little dip to the left or whatever thing he does, and get that uppercut. You know, get 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 slept, get clipped. You know,
Yeah.
but he sound like he sound confident. He always sound confident though. He always sound like he said he had the best training camp of his life, and that's what they all say before they get knocked the hell out. Uh,
Yeah,
that's what they
yeah.
always.
This was the best one.
Hey man, yeah man. I ate only organic food. I ran 50 miles a
Oh shit.
day. You know what I'm saying?
Man, a little
Bam.
bit on this other one,
What
man.
happened? It was a lucky punch. It was a lucky punch.
Shit. Be like, boy, it was punches.
It was a fluke.
Boy,
Mm.
them were punches.
So, but you didn't see the punch coming. He hit me with a lucky shot. What can I say? You got your ass whipped, nigga. That's what's up. You know what I'm saying?
That's what
It
happened,
is what it
man.
is. But
For real.
well, we'll do a post post fight reaction, and hopefully I'll get my stream yard together, man. I got to start doing it with some good signal, and thank you guys for watching it. This is Pool Counter Boxing and my co-host Steve O in the house. You know what I mean? And we'll catch you guys on the next one. All right, my man. Mm.
All right, player, take it easy.
All right, bro.